Hi everybody, welcome back. For those of you who are new to the channel, my name is Liz. I have a store on eBay called Yesterday's Braid, where I carry vintage home goods like glassware, vases, decors, things like that. I'm also a real estate agent full-time. This is my side hustle. I actually sell property in upstate New York, and that is where my safety orange sweatshirt came from, because I have to show large acreage during hunting season, and I do not want to be mistaken for a deer. However, this has become like my favorite sweatshirt. Anyway, moving right along, like I said, I'm going to do this quick because it's starting to rain. You won't be able to hear me on the roof. This box I actually got on the way down to Long Island. Of course, I stopped at a garage sale on the way. Why wouldn't I? And it says $5 on here, but this is actually a whole box of early American pressed glass, and they were at half price that day. So I got the whole thing for $2.50, and I think I'm going to do a separate video just going over what's in here, just for education's sake about the patterns and stuff. But now we'll go through the clips of, you know, the places I went over the weekend, and then I'll show you afterwards what I got. All right, enjoy. All right, here we are at the first garage sale. We had a nice day for it. Little flashware picture here. I didn't realize at the time, but it was actually part of a full set that wasn't put out on the table yet. And this was pretty, but it was a little bit on the plain side, so I left that behind. These little vases. And then I found these two tonala birds, which was kind of cool. I did wind up taking both of those because they looked to be in good shape. I almost broke their duck. Pretty little table over here too, which was also in nice condition. And then they had a bin of crystal. There was a decanter in there, and the silver on it was really nice. Oftentimes the silver on these is tarnished. I have a pair listed with tarnished silver. Everything in this bin was in really good shape. This was the second garage sale we went to. This was up a humongous hill. They didn't have a ton of stuff here. It looked like they would have, but I think, honestly, we missed a lot of the good stuff. I have a feeling there was probably, like, a lot more things like this. This was a Murano bowl, and they wanted $30 for it, which is probably about what I could get for it. There was a cut crystal piece up in one of the bedrooms, but there was a bunch of bits and bobs in it that I didn't feel like dealing with to look at it more. They had a lot of Princess House downstairs in this house, and I think this piece was more of that. Huge pile of stuffed reindeer toys, in case anybody was looking for those, and pig art. That was a cute one. I like that. For some reason, I thought this was something, even though as I'm like going to pick it up, I'm like, it's got glitter in the glass, Liz. There's glitter in it. It's not anything. I'm sure the ashtray itself was probably like $400, and I walked away from it like it was nothing. This was just, like, not chipped. I was like, wow, look, there's nothing broken on that. It was kind of cool. And this house had a really cool bar downstairs. And I'm not actually this short. I'm holding the phone, like, at chest level. The bar made it look like I was, like, maybe 3'8". And this was Anthropology, $20 originally. And then it was, like, marked all the way down to, like, $4. It was pretty, though. And I could tell, like, see, the shelves were definitely picked over. We definitely missed the good stuff. This was kind of pretty, but it turned out just to be a home goods piece. I was hopeful maybe it was something else, but nope, just home goods. There was probably some art glass down here, some Italian pottery, you know, that I just got that vibe from this house, and that we had missed the better stuff. And every time I go through Christmas stuff, like, my brain does the same thing. I'm gonna buy a bunch of the Christmas Village houses, and I'm gonna make a nice Christmas Village this year. There's Mom behind the bar. And then this was really cool, this Anthropology lampshade. I walked past it the first time, didn't even notice it, and was about to walk out. I was like, holy cow, how'd I miss this? And they only wanted $5 for that. It was in good shape. This was the last sale we went to. This was at an old farmhouse down by the water, and she just had odds and ends still left out, like, kind of up on the front porch. Nothing really spectacular. This was like I forget what this is used for. And these were pretty. I could have grabbed these. They were like little coasters, and I think they had a place name on them, but they were in good shape. And then I forget what these little holders hold, but the stone itself was in good shape. It was really pretty pink, so probably find some purpose for it. That's that lady's side yard, and it goes all the way to the water. It was so pretty. This I thought was going to be Italian when I turned it over. It was actually made in France. But at $10, it really didn't make much of a difference. I didn't want to pay $10 for it. And then a piece of uranium, and I love finding uranium. It's always this, I don't know, super little thrill for me. And then Mom and I stopped at the St. James General Store, and I just had to show you guys these original shelves and cabinet installations that were still intact in the store, which was great. And then this is my mom and I's favorite antique store. This is Northport Antiques in Northport, New York on Route 25A. It is a huge place. You could just get lost in here. That was a piece of Roseville. They had a good price. I think it was $45. This said Murano, I think, for $20. I don't think it was, but it was nice that it had the formed bottom of the fruit. It wasn't like a ground bottom. And this I thought was going to be like, I don't know. I thought this was going to be like Italian or Portuguese, but it was actually made in Japan. I was a little bit surprised. That color blue just, I don't know. It didn't say made in Japan to me for some reason. And then this was a Murano vase. And I hate reaching into the back for things because I will catch my sleeves on stuff. And I'm always nervous I'm going to break something. There was a Blanco bottle back there and a Murano bird, but I could not see the price on it. And then this was a blue satin glass basket. I think they had 35. Yeah, which was fair. It was in good shape. Didn't look like it had any chips. And it was really pretty. But they didn't have the brand on it. And this, I believe, is Fenton. They had this as a bridal basket for $75, which that I think was a little pricey. And this fooled me. I was not expecting this to be Mikasa. I don't know why. I thought it was something else, and the pattern was really pretty. And I actually, if I needed it, I would consider buying it for my house. And then this is Ellie Smith, a nymph vase, and it was only $15. And I was tempted, but I did a quick look, and there were a ton of them listed from like $7 to like $75. This was Murano at $165, which I thought was fair. And then this, I was like, I want to know how much it is, but I was so afraid to even reach my klutzy arm in there. So I got up the courage and I just slowly turned this around. Because, I mean, if you look at the bottom of the tail, look at how delicate that curl is. And they had it labeled as Murano for $250. It was really pretty, but I wasn't going to pretend I wanted to handle it. Fenton Silver Crest, a Spanish lace pattern. There's a nice bowl, looking in good shape. These are always pretty. This is, I want to say these are by Villeroy and Bosch, or Bach, however you pronounce it. And they are majolica with these elf scenes and mushrooms. They're just really cool. And then I was having trouble, like, putting it back. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, you can't trust me in these places because I'm like, I always feel like I'm going to break something. Royal Copenhagen, what did they have on this? I think 125. And I'm not sure. I think it's pronounced Baca or Basa. They had a BACA on the label. And I've seen other versions of this. I actually like that line of Royal Copenhagen. It's very interesting. This was like a 10-foot tall snakeskin. 2 paperweights. And the image appeared to be applied on the back. And they were only $13. But they were, you know, kind of fun to look at. And then the windmill pattern by Imperial Glass. I want to say this was $20 on this. And this, yeah, $20. It was green. And then this is the Jeanette Sierra Green uranium glass. And all of these were priced like right where they should be. There was no money to be made there. But I do, again, I love uranium glass. These, I did notice, had some pretty chunky chips out of them too, which I wouldn't be surprised with that pattern. It just looks very prone to chipping. That was just very nice planter. Somebody put all their eggs in one basket. Whole pile of ceramic eggs. And then this is Waterford Marquee Red. I do believe this comes in 2 sizes. So this I think is large because this is $75. I've never seen the small one. But I'm going to guess that this is the large one. These were really cool. These I wish I had picked up. They were only $25. I think it says BMP on the back of it. And I believe I've come across this before, but I haven't really researched it to know anything about it. But look at how pretty those are. I love the color. And little open work porcelain and obviously already cracked. I was really nervous to turn it over. I was like, I'll probably hit it into something. And I couldn't make out the brand on it. So if anybody recognizes that mark and they want to say so, that would be cool. And then a nice Hager dish here, a nice console bowl. And I think they just had 20 bucks on that as well. And then a whole case of elephants. I was too nervous to open this case, but if you look in there, that was a really pretty set of cabinet vases. I'm sure there was a price on it, but they were pretty. This we some dragon celadon vases, and they just had them as Asian vases, $145 for the pair, which also didn't seem bad. I believe this bowl might have been Tiffin glass, but it also had a flower frog in it. I didn't get a chance to check the price. A art glass pig. It was marked Murano. I looked them up quick. I didn't see, they all said Murano style, and I didn't see any with a Murano label. This is a Lipizan horse plate, and my husband and I actually used to live on and manage a Lipizan breeding farm out east on Long Island. So anything Lipizan will always catch my eye for sure. And this lamp, I don't know who makes it. I couldn't see the label on it. I was too nervous. I was going to break something. If anybody knows anything about it, that lamp was cool. This was just a cool, like, fish bottle for 30 bucks with a neat little paint on it. Murano cat for 55, which was cute, and it did not look chipped anywhere. These reminded me of Catherine Holm. They were not Catherine Holm, but it's still kind of that same leaf. This stuff was like more contemporary, said microwave, freezer safe, all that goodness on it. So, what else? And then this was marked Venetian glass, where they have a price of $35 on it. Again, not really any money to make there, but still a decent price retail, especially on Long Island at an antique store. This place has very reasonable prices. If you compare some of the things I'm looking to the sold comps on eBay, they're really on the money. They're not trying to go overboard. And I didn't realize when I picked this one up that it actually was signed by Roland Carg. And I'm just beginning to learn about him. They had 45 on it, which again, that's exactly what it should be going for. So nothing really drastic there. And then just a few other, bits and bobs to take a gander at. And this place has so much stuff. This piece made me feel like I live under a rock, because I hadn't seen it and I thought it was something else, and it was Teleflora. So I'm sure some of you vintage shoppers out there, as soon as you saw it, you're like, oh, it's Teleflora. What is she doing? That's my first time. And maybe I live under a rock. I don't know. Here is a Murano Roadrunner, 45 bucks on that. Not bad at all. Maybe could have made a couple bucks there. And this store has an awesome button section. Like, the 7-year-old in me is just like, buttons! So many buttons. Anybody needs buttons, that's your hookup. Mom and I ran over to the home goods store, so I figured I'd give everybody a quick gander at all the pieces that will be fooling us at garage sales this summer that we will think is something special, but actually just a home goods piece. I mean, seriously, look at all this stuff in these stores. People, go buy stuff vintage. All that stuff you saw, it's already out there. You don't need to go to Home Goods and buy it. Go to eBay, go to garage sales, keep it out of the landfill. That was a pretty plate. This is now actually at the Salvation Army. This is like my stomping ground since I was a teenager. This is my hometown, Salvation Army. I love this place. I did think that bowl was something special. And again, another Teleflora fool me. Still actually a pretty bowl. And then this was a nice fish plate. I thought it might be artisan, but it was a mass-produced plate. If it was artisan, I think I probably would have picked it up. It did have a chip, though. And then these were just there were two of these, actually. Large art glass pumpkins, but they were home good pieces. 15 bucks at the Salvation Army. They were probably $12.99 to begin with. If they were like $3 or something, I would have grabbed them. And then this, I actually forgot to go back and grab. Only $8 on this, and this would have been a nice thing to kind of learn about, because I wasn't sure what it was, and it was in really nice shape. I was definitely disappointed in the clear glass section. I don't even believe I found any Fostoria American. No, I didn't. This was pretty much all very modern stuff. I picked this up because I was like, I thought I recognized this from somebody's home bar growing up, but I wasn't sure. I was just trying to jog my memory there. But yeah, there was really nothing over here that was worth anything. Even this had like a giant mold seam on it, so we knew it was nothing spectacular. Kind of cool looking, but you know, whatever. Not anything crazy good. And then my hand just went into like flip everything over mode. I'm not really sure why I grabbed these. And then the ones next to him, I was like, these look like bathroom tile. Like, I don't know why I felt like they should not be dishes. They just look like bathroom tile. And then I have found treasure over here, but today was a little bit of a strikeout. I actually found a bunch of, this is what, Shenango pottery? Yeah, Shenango pottery. I found over here a bunch of espresso cups once, and I got like a whole lot of them for 50 bucks by Illy, and I have made like hundreds of bucks on them, which was really cool. I like these coffee mugs just for myself, not for resale. I was just like, oh, those are kind of cool. I like the holes in them, and only $2. And I've seen that brand before. It's, I think, Contemporary again. And this, I almost bought this, but I did notice that the neck was broken. And it did have a number on the back of it. They wanted 10 bucks for it. I figured for education's sake, I could have probably made a couple bucks, but I didn't want to buy it with the broken neck. This just struck my eye, but it was, again, Contemporary. I almost broke it on the shelf above it. So it was time for me to wrap it up at the Salvation Army. So that was my Long Island weekend, and I will now show you what I got because it's raining even harder, and hopefully you can hear me okay. From that first garage sale I went to, I grabbed this picture. Nice Spanish traditional art picture. I do believe it's made in Spain. I think it's a company called Ceramica de la Cal, but it's felted on the bottom, so I cannot say for sure, though. It's pretty similar to that brand of pottery. Went up a very large hill to a garage sale, and I at least found this at the top of it because it took us 10 minutes to get to the top of this driveway. We literally were passing like fellow hikers along the way. And this is, I believe, Jefferson, their diamond quilt thumbprint pattern. And I've seen two different versions of this. One where this lace actually carries up more defined over the fingers. So I have to do a little bit more research to confirm that that's what this is. And I paid $10 for it. That's my chicken. I don't know if you can hear the chicken, but that's one of my chickens making that noise. Also from the first garage sale, I found these very pretty Czech crystal salt and pepper shakers. They're a nice cut pattern, and they have the top on it is actually glass. It's not plastic. So really pretty, and they're in great condition, and they only wanted a couple bucks for them, so I grabbed those. Got two Tonala birds. I got this one. And there's another one. I'll show you in a minute. It's buried in the other box. But this one I thought was beautiful. The painting on it, the flowers are really bright and vibrant. And it really, like, just the cute face, too. It's just like, hey, look at me. I'm beautiful. So I grabbed this one. This was, I think, $5. Not a big deal. That was from the first garage sale. I actually can't remember what store I found this at. This was the Salvation Army, I believe. Nice kind of Capodimonte applied geese on here with little lily pads underneath, and I was surprised because the lily pads are actually in good shape. They don't seem to be busted. There's a little bit of a hairline crack in the neck, but it's stable, so definitely worth the save before it did get broken on the shelf. So hopefully someone out there will love this piece because it is still in good condition. Also up on top of the hill, oh no, this was on the way down. I found this at the garage sale that had the box of EAPG. This is Ellie Smith Moon and Stars, and this is the base of a fairy light. So it has the ridge inside to hold the top piece. But it does have a little chip on it. Again, I only paid a few bucks, and I love this color, Moon and Stars, so definitely worth it. And then this is, pattern totally escapes my head right now, but blue pressed glass, looks like cut glass. Oh, it's either by, nope, totally escaped me. Again, there were 3 companies, I think, that actually used this mold, and it's totally escaping me. But you know, I probably say it in the voiceover part anyway. I also found these little mushroom salt and pepper shakers. This is one of them. The other one's buried. But these are really cute. I'm not sure who they buy. I don't think they're Sears, like the Sears and Roebuck Mary Mushroom. I think they could even be a hobby piece, but they're really cute. Only $100 for those. What was in here? Oh, this was just the top to a butter dish. This was actually on top of all the EAPG. This was included in that $5 box that I got for $2.50. And cool. We are through the first box, and it's only drizzling, so hopefully you can hear me. I grabbed this deviled egg platter. It was in really good condition. Nice bright painting on it. Italy on the back. Nothing super special, but still very usable and, you know, a nice fun piece to use. This was a nice folded rim Hobstar bowl. I'm sure it looks a little rough, but I'm going to clean it up. It should sparkle again. And again, nothing super fantastic, but I haven't seen this shape of bowl, so I figured I'd give it a go and see if anybody would like to have that. A piece of USA or Hull pottery. It could be Hull or McCoy. It's a nice shape. It's kind of got like a gothic feel to it. It's like paneled hunter green planter, and it does say USA on the bottom of it. This is a hairpin holder. I believe this is Northwood. It's got the little rims up at the top there to hold hairpins in place. And it has a grape and grape leaf pattern on it, footed on the bottom, and in great condition. Again, only a few bucks on this one. This was at the long driveway garage sale. So another good pickup there. This is actually, it's funny, this is from a garage sale last year, and I left it at my mom's house, and I just brought it back now. I still have to look this up. It does say made in Taiwan, so I do believe it's mass-produced, but it's still beautiful. So I'll find out more about that one. It's funny. It's from a year ago. And just a couple more pieces, and then we are done, I think. Oh, these are cute. I don't think I'm selling these. And I don't even think they're old. I want to say I've seen these before, but these are really cute seahorse coat hooks. I got 3 of those and 2 of these shells. And it's raining more, so I'm still hoping you guys can hear me. Ooh. I have a Band-Aid on my thumb or my finger because I was cleaning the yard the other day and I took a blackberry thorn underneath my fingernail. And it was okay for a couple of days. But then after like day 5, it got pretty sore and it's given me some issue. It hurts and all I can do is wait for it to come out. But I have an extra cushion because it's so sore. Little piece of uranium glass. This was at the last garage sale we went to. This was $5. I probably overpaid, but I rescued uranium. This I think I also got on the way down. This is a Jim Beam bottle. I'd never seen it before. Blue slag glass. It was not Avon. So I was like, let me grab it and see what it is. A couple bucks on that. And, oh yeah. Here is the other bird. This one is a little bit older. It has some crazing to it. It's also marked Mexico. I know I saw it on here somewhere. I'm sure of it. There it is, right there. But together, these were just a couple of bucks, and they were at the same garage sale. So I grabbed those 2, and I think that might be it. I think that was everything. Oh, wait, no, I lied. Hold on. Totally almost just broke something. I'm like super graceful if you guys can't tell. Anthropologie lampshade, $5. It's got a little crack in the lining, but still very totally fine lampshade for $5. So that'll go up in the store. Grabbed this really quick, thought it was Fenton, looked at the bottom, it is mass produced. Still a nice piece of glass. And then this Dragonware mug that I think I've actually seen in TJ Maxx. But I liked it, and I'll probably throw it up in the shop because people love dragons. But it's a tea infuser, so it's got the lid and then the infuser cup. And it's definitely not been used, so got the label on the bottom. And that is it. that is the Bounty from Long Island. So I've been there, done that. I'll go back down again probably in a few weeks because garage sales down there are a blast during the summer. And I love going to the sales with my mom and my sister. Next weekend, not this weekend that we're going into, what's today now already? Friday. I'm finally getting this video done. Next weekend there are a ton of sales up here, so I should be getting a bunch more treasure. There's church sales and garage sales, and I can't wait. So this weekend I'm just getting stuff listed, cleaning up, barn chores, yada yada. And I will probably make a video about the box of EAPG, just going over what the patterns are, because this is what was neat about it. The person who had collected this was nice enough to actually put a note inside each piece of glassware saying what it is and where they referenced it to, like what books they used to look it up. So, it's got the dates on it, the name of the pattern, everything. So, it should be a fun bit of education for anybody who's into EAPG glass, which is Early American Pattern Glass or Early American Pressed Glass, however you want to say it. So that'll be up next probably. Other than that, thanks for watching and tuning in again, and I will see you guys next time. Also, look, no braid today. This is a wild time. See you guys next time.